close fight, a lot of close rounds. I can see why they're conflicted. I'm not, you know what? I'm not going to judge anyone. I judge the fight though, but I won't judge anyone because it's subjective in certain ways. I can see that there's two ways to look at it. There's two fighters. It was a close fight, a lot of close rounds. I had it 115, 113, Beterviev. Yeah, because I thought he won the championship rounds. I thought it was a really, really tight, close fight. I thought that, as I often do, that a fight like this comes down to geography. Who gets the geography, to own the geography, the place in the ring, that suits their talents, their strengths better than the other guy? Who gets to own that space, that real estate, if you will, more than the other guy? In the end, I thought very, very close and slight, but I thought Beterbiev did.
And those are the words of Teddy Atlas as he gives his counterpunch, his prediction on who he feels won in the undisputed light heavyweight showdown between Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol. Okay. And he, first of all, wants to acknowledge how close it was. I mean, I think everyone needs to do that before ever making a prediction. I think that's just like the thing to do, because when you have a fight that close, I think that's what is acceptable, okay? Because Dmitry Bivol did his thing. But Teddy Atlas, the counterpunch Teddy Atlas, he said the geography of the fight. Who made their best of attributes known, Bivol or Beterbiev? Well, the truth of the matter is, sure, Beterbiev was knocking him across the ring because that's what Beterbiev does. Now, that is an attribute because that's what he's known to do. He's known to rough you up, scrape you up, beat you up, bully you around the ring, and knock you around the ring with constant pressure. Yes, he was able to do that. Okay, but Bivol was able to show you why his style of boxing, and then countering and then throwing combinations and then moving and eluding was very, very effective. Okay, that's why I think they both showed honestly what they could do. Now, did they show the best that they can do? I don't think that, obviously not for Artur Beterbiev. The only thing that you would question would be, and that's the reason why it went to the decision anyway, Beterbiev never fought a fight on points because we've never known him to want to go the distance because he's never went the distance. So what you could do, to be subjective for Artur Beterbiev, you could say, well, Beterbiev didn't do what he normally does in getting his fighter out of there. Now you could flip it and say, well, Dmitry Bivol was tough enough, talented enough, game enough, experienced enough to stay in there with someone, like Beterbiev. Now, I know in that interview that Dmitry Bivol is saying like, oh, everybody's saying he's a monster and this, that, and the other. Well, he's a strong fighter, but he's not what people say he is. In fact, that, Canelo could punch harder than him for punch when he throws. Those type of things that was said. So he put those out there. It was more to it than that, though. Okay, we are talking about Dmitry humble Bivol right here. So I don't think that, he meant anything by it, but he did want, everyone to know like, hey, I could take the power. I think that's what the point was. He could take the power, and that's another thing. He took the power that any and everybody else couldn't do. You know what I mean? So I think that Teddy Atlas seeing and favors more of a fighter that moves forward, that takes the fight to the opponent, that, that's able to get off shots, apply constant pressure. And I think that's how he scored it. Okay. I think that's how he scored it. I don't think he was like a Carl Froch or a Paulo Malignaggi or a Chris Algieri or, anybody else that felt that Bivol did enough to win, which that is and I think I always said it was a draw because both guys showed me what they could do. You know what I mean? Now, the only thing that sticks out to me is the fact that, Beterbiev didn't have the knockout, but it wouldn't be controversial at all. He would just done what he always did, right? So I don't know if that's the case. I think, you're not going to knock everybody out, and last Saturday proved that, okay? And Bivol was not going to be the next knockout victim, okay? He showed that he was tough and he was better than the average fighter. So I think both guys met each other's match. Jack Dempsey, Gene Tunney type situation than anything else. It just went towards Jack Dempsey, Artur Beterviev's favor. But you guys tell me what you think of Teddy Atlas and his counterpunch, his breakdown, his prediction of the fight. And it goes to show you that everyone's going to have a different opinion. I have some more opinions and other counterpunches coming from other people to give you an even balance of who and where they had this fight. But you guys, of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!